Hello? I think we're back. I think we're back. I think it might have been a Twitch thing. Because my internet was fine the whole time. But I think we're good now. I will wait for someone to let me know if I'm back. Loki is just yowling out there again. He's such a baby. Loki! What do you want? You see? Okay. Cool. Alright. Maybe talking with Sentinel or Yippee, but when he didn't find Angel, he was sent into a slow spiral. Alfie immediately checked all of the areas Angel had been creating or looking for him. He went to his unfinished faction, his underwater home, his little offering spot for the Watcher, and found nothing. Alfie's elytra broke a whole bunch from how fast he was traveling. He'd fall from hundreds of feet in the air, but no less than 3 minutes later he's back up. He had gone to Frostfire looking for Krufik, but at the time she wasn't there, which only stressed him out more, and that's when he finally checked the tree. When Alfie found Angel's body, his entire being just seemed to shatter. Like a lost fawn, he cried, cursing out the tree within its glass dome, cursing out all those who were Angel's loved ones who didn't help either. But he mostly hated himself. He believed that if he had just let the tree be destroyed, maybe it might have weakened the sickness. It won't unpause? Oh no. You might have to, refresh. Alfie stayed there for an entire day or night. He couldn't find the strength to get up. It wasn't like anyone would look for him, or Angel. Alfie had done the same exact thing all over again. He had carried Angel all the way home. Only thing missing was Angel's heartbeat. Alfie couldn't help but wish Angel was punching and fighting him again. He was too still, too quiet. Alfie had tucked Angel into bed after that. He was cold. He needed a blanket. When Eurylo found out that Susu and Angel were dead, Alfie was digging out and building their grave. He put the siblings in a large coffin he built himself, making sure that they were comfortably hugging each other as if it still mattered. It took him a while to close the coffin and bury it, especially because he was doing it alone. Alfie, at the time, hated both Krufik and Eurylo. They both started blaming each other for not stopping this. Yes, it was both their faults. They knew of the sickness longer than Alfie did, and they did nothing. But after a while, he just didn't know anymore. The grave was built in the same area Angel was supposed to build his house. Angel's ghost had started to follow Alfie around shortly after. He was a bit freaked out at first, not sure what to do, but after a while he grew used to him. He wasn't as comfortable with the ghost version of Angel as the alive one, his mind tied between whether it was from the amount of guilt he felt or if he was losing his mind a little more. Ghost Angel appeared first when Alfie and EOCB-8 blew up IDU-T with a load of TNT. Alfie was blown off the mountain into the river below from the intensity of the explosion, and he spotted Angel's ghost standing on the edge of the mountain a couple meters away as he fell, staring at him with what he believed was disappointment and guilt. Their final goodbye was after Alfie had ended his life to rid the parasite from his body. Angel had explained that his aunt was offering him a chance to live again, most likely meaning that he would forget Alfie completely. I won't be able to remember much about this life. Soon this ghost will be gone. I will do my best to convince her to let me keep the memories of us. It won't be forever. I'll be back one day. Alfie wasn't pleased, at all. Being dead, the parasite gone from his mind, he could keep all his memories, but now one of those he cared for, who he wanted to remember, will be leaving, and forgetting everything. Oh, so if I cannot forget you, it's the opposite way around now, is it? Right, okay. Their final goodbye ended kindly after moving on from this subject. Sam and Lynx. Sam had come up to Angel and Susu's grave a few times to pay respects. However, Alfie wouldn't really come up beside him, just watching from a distance to make sure the grave was safe while stress farming, to make it seem like he wasn't paying attention. Stress farming, kind of cracks me up. I just imagine it's just bone meal farm, bone meal farm, bone meal farm, bone meal, really fast. Lynx is just sometimes when Sam and Lynx weren't around online, Alfie would go to their house and check around just to make sure nothing changed and that everything was safe. Oh, I forgot to read. Ghost Angel would watch Sam warily nearby, and Alfie had to reassure the ghost that Sam was a friend. Sam didn't know who Alfie was until until Alfie explained. He'd feed Sam's cat salmon whenever he visited as a sort of peace offering to say hello. He'd also go to Lynx's secret place that cannot name or describe or state its purpose of existence without getting sniped by him just to make sure nothing changed also. A fact that may or may not be fun. Myself, Alfie, actually broke one of the things in this secret place when finding it first, and had a very bad feeling that Lynx would notice when he came back on, so quickly tried to replace it. He never brought it up, so everything was fine. It essentially was. Lynx had been making and giving Alfie potions to help hold back the control of the parasite, and Sam did the same. In a way to thank them without outwardly saying it all the time, Alfie had gotten a shulker box full of a bunch of things that reminded him of them. One of them was a spyglass for Lynx, since he has a tendency to spy on people, and for Sam one of the items was a cat, Teddy, that looked like his cat. Sam has the tendency to think too much and almost get lost in his mind. Whenever Alfie found him like that, or Sam found Alfie while in that state, they both sit in silence enjoying each other's company. Alfie's view on Lynx changed a lot, due to this individual being very confusing to him. At first, he thought Lynx was a bit creepy, since he technically introduced himself with a map marking where Alfie's house is, but then it became sort of neutral, sort of good, since he started acting weirdly nice. Then Lynx left Sam's body in a machine that could have killed him and Sam, and Alfie grew to be angry at him for being stupid in doing that. Now Alfie holds an uncertainty of how he feels about Lynx, but at a rate he doesn't want to see him again. A bit of chaos happened shortly after Angel's death. Lynx, being who he was, sent a goodbye to Alfie, in binary code of course, before using a machine to leave Sam's body. And yet again, the lack of familiar responses or explanations from these individuals, replaced by an auto-generated message, sent Alfie into a worried spiral. This poor man could not catch a break. The auto-generated message stated that the user was unavailable when Alfie asked Lynx what was going on. It then stated that the user was unconscious when Alfie asked for Sam. It then gave him an explanation on what the machine does, and immediately he flew to Sam's home. When Alfie found Sam in a rushed-looking machine in his mind, Alfie immediately broke it, breaking redstone connections and smashing buttons. He couldn't lose Sam, too. There was a camera in the room, too, which he recognized as something Lynx often used, and immediately ripped it from the wall. The only reason Alfie didn't smash it was because Sam wanted to have a look at it. The footage was sent to the entirety of Solace a few days after by an unknown sender. When Sam had woken up and stabled somewhat, both he and Alfie discovered an unfinished project further down the mine, which was blocked off. It was a large room, floor-lined with dispensers, with 2 switches on the wall opposite the door. Sam pulled the first switch, and the way they came in through the seal was sealed with copper blocks. When the second switch was pulled, a ring of fire lit up all around the edges of the room. The other dispensers didn't seem to work. Alfie realized that this room was for him, in case the parasite took full control of his body. Part of him wished that the machine worked and Sam was actually trying to burn him to death. Burn the parasite to death, but he kept that to himself. A little while after that, Alfie died. He took his own life to get rid of the parasite, having all his memories restored and seeing that the parasite had taken from him. He came back as a ghost a short while later. Sam had come by his home during that short period of time, and seen the remains, and came to the conclusion that Alfie was dead. His hatred towards the parasite that technically caused Alfie's death increased. Ghost Alfie had come by Sam's home not long after coming back as a ghost, wanting to reassure him that he was there, but upon entering he found a dark, mossy room, walls covered in signs, words written in red talking about destroying the parasite, and that they would have wanted that, and he was sorry. Alfie's concern only grew for Sam, a sense of guilt for leaving him, for giving up when Sam may have needed him. Alfie almost constantly visited Sam's house from then on. Well, sort of. He would get scared if he'd see Sam in his house and chickened out. He usually just sat near a giant ice spike and fished, since that area was where he and Sam went to fish together sometimes. Sam eventually spotted Alfie one day, and Alfie panicked and ran, making Sam believe he was hallucinating. Eventually, Alfie mustered up the courage to get closer, resulting in a long and after slightly frustrating conversation. Sam seemed to believe that Alfie was actually there. This was one of their last interactions. Sentinel and Yippee. Yippee was Alfie's first neighbor. How and why this interesting character decided to situate themselves with Alfie is beyond Alfie's understanding, but they don't bother him much, not really being around much anyway, so Alfie didn't mind. Alfie would often find confetti littered around in his home, and as all of it came from Yippie's angel wings. How they even got there in the first place, no one will know. But it's like Yippie's wings are Mary Poppins' bag for confetti exclusively. Do I need water? Does my voice sound that bad? I'll get it after this. Alfie the confetti. Human customs such as sleep and food are very foreign to Yippee. So when Alfie would be farming or appear very tired, Yippee would stare at him like he had 3 heads. When Alfie tried to explain what fatigue and tiredness is... Oh, the coughing? The coughing is because I just have a chronic cough. That is what it is. Where was I? Yippee only grew more confused. Sentinel was Alfie's second neighbor, having crash landed on one night at the edge of the mountain forest where Alfie and Yippie's home was situated. When Alfie approached, Sentinel appeared very excited, as if he didn't fall from the very sky above for all Alfie and Yippie knew. After Alfie prevented Yippie from stabbing Sentinel for running up to them, he reluctantly let the giant armor-clad figure stay in the same area, to which Sentinel created a home in a cave nearby. This was his first night on Solace. The first day Sentinel was also in Solace, he immediately befriended at least 5 people, including Yippie and Alfie. How did he do that? Friendship bones. It took a while for Alfie to accept the friendship bone, declining at first, but Sentinel became more persistent, determined to become this person's friend. And eventually, Alfie gave in. Sentinel did this with Lynx also. However, Alfie later found the bone hidden beneath one of Sentinel's furnaces, and Sentinel later found out too, on his own. Sentinel wanted to open a bakery, wanting to help people and become as helpful as he could, so he set off on a journey to hopefully achieve his goal, being excited to explore and meet new faces. Alfie waved him off, giving him food and telling him to be careful around people just in case. These facts are canon! We have incident report -S.1. I found him, mangled, torn, and forgotten. Most would have dismissed this as a regular animal mauling, but all of the useless flesh is here. I know what did this. A being that does not kill out of survival. A being that only kills for sport. A creature that I tried to seal away a long time ago. A creature who knows more about me than I do myself. My mirror, my hate. I need to set up more preparation for this demon. When the fog rolls in at night, those with light will be snuffed out. Its anger conquers that of the gods. Billions of unjust deaths birthed the Rokra. I need to build walls around Kindlegrim, my prison. Victim, killer, killfist, the humble guard. Murderer, the Rokra, my mirror. That's badass. Some quick lore. Haven't had time to do animations or develop lore with other people, so we just get some inner monologue from Wolf. Let's go! Wolf's thoughts on everything going on so far. Inner monologue. More recently, I heard of an emergency meeting. I went and discovered there were just 2 incidents. In my personal opinion, it was not as big of a deal. Though I guess if this Eclipse person killed without giving the others a chance to fight back, then it is pretty cowardly. I assume it's because this world may take death more seriously than others I've been to. But I do not fear this person, as they more than likely do not have the skill to kill me or Fallen. Even if they did, I would just come back. Even if it hurts. On my long flight to base, I was wondering how this world works differently. It is new to me that death is such a big deal. Though I guess if they don't reincarnate, maybe that's why everyone is so freaked out. But with the talk of war as well, I am not so sure. War is inevitable, though I doubt it will reach us. Oh, it's reached Solace many a time. Many a time. The Oasis is far and away from most conflict, it seems. I don't usually see many others come near our place. I wonder if I'll have the chance to fight in this world. I know I'm not supposed to feel this way, but it's like an itch in the back of my mind. I should be relieved that I don't have to fight, though my nerves can't seem to be still. I wonder if there are different duel rules. If people are so scared of death, does that mean duels aren't to the death? Maybe. But everyone knows that a true win is when only one survives. At least that's what I've been told by many others, and what I have been raised to believe. Maybe Una would know, but they have been quiet and not giving me training dreams recently. It's making me frustrated. So instead, I have been continuing my solo training. The sand gives me a challenge, as it sifts under my paws, having me readjust, but it is also helpful as it's very vast and has few obstacles. Also good so that if a group or person were to attack, we would see them first. The lack of trees is useful. Maybe I should settle in more desert-like areas more often. I really need to train more. The urge to kill is becoming stronger, but I must restrain myself. Plus, I don't like an unfair fight. Maybe soon I will get to. I have a feeling that peace won't stay for long. It never does. Una, are you happy? I'm the soldier you wanted. The one you made from a small scared child to this. I'm a creation of yours. You should be the one taking this feeling away if you wanted me to be peaceful. You gods are all the same. Wanting something before changing your mind. Well, you can't change your mind now, can you? Not anymore. Whatever happens is your fault, and this time I won't cower away from what I do. I will own it, and all the ones before who had died at my hands. Even my sword pulses with the yearn for blood, almost like it has a soul in it. I wonder what you did to this blade to make it like this, Una. I am the knife which will slaughter heaven. Heaven is full of blood. Soon it will snow. That's, like, such a badass line? What? Bloom lore and old lullaby. Alright.
Swirl along, my friend. The river hums a hollow tune. It croons beneath the lightless moon. The flowers bloom with mouths agape. Soft petals twitch and pulse and gape. They sing in tongues the dead once knew. Their colors bruised, their voices blue. The water whispers secrets wrung, not meant for flesh, nor weak nor young. Yet still it calls in lullaby to pull you in, to hush your cry. Swirl along, my friend. Don't fight the flow. The river's song is yours below.
Oh. I was about to pause it because I thought there was more. If you want, I'm a musician. Do you want me to, like, if you want, I don't know if Bloom is watching, but I can put a backing track to this and like make it cool. I mean, it already is cool, but like I can make it a whole like song thing. I'll write that down. When I get a free moment, I'll work on that. Whoa! 2 in 1 day, I'm on a roll! I hope you guys like this because I had to watch sad dog videos to sound like I'm on the verge of crying! That's so real. Loki! Stop yelling! There's people who want to... You can sit in my lap! He's just literally sitting out in the hallway. I am writing lots of things down. I have to, otherwise I forget. Zeus and I would have preferred vanishing rather than coming to this godforsaken planet after the vanishing of all life. I'm so angry with what that goddess for making this planet. Maybe we would have died instead of this.
No. No. You can't bring her back, Loomis. She is happy. Susu is happy.
Write that down, write that down.
You can't bring her back. You already destroyed me. You cannot bring her back. Do you understand that?
Don't bring Susu back!
Are you stupid? She's 211 years old. She is tired of this. She's tired of living. She wants to stay. She can't come back. I don't want her to. I love my sister. For God's sake, Loomis. She can't come back. I don't want her to.
Cancel Loomis.
I love her, but she can't.
The cats.
She's going to get her life ruined.
Yeah, what are the cats for? Also, don't bring back Susu. And that's on voicing lore after you stub your toe? That's funny. We got Okolog. People really do. You are not kidding. People just keep writing things. This is like happened during the stream. Both of these happened during the stream. Oka's log number 5. Please, my divine one, I beg of you. Speak to me once again. I need to know what your plans for me are. Every turn I turn, every decision I decide, everything I do, there is opposition. The false idol at this planet's helm continues to lead, as well as a deaf warden. Yet people flock to her defense. I cannot touch her. How am I supposed to take this place as you have instructed? You've left me without a meeting in my sleep for far too long now, my lord. Sometimes I look in the mirror and I fear I'll see Akiana standing there instead of me. His disappearing is one of the things I am most grateful to you for, even if you took the rest of the top side of Harmonia with him. I understand you will work in ways I will never understand. You see things I can never hope to comprehend, but I beg of thee with all I possibly can. I am on my knees in prayer to you. Fulfill my one true goal. Help me kill Freya! That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Good luck! Oh man. I wonder what Marcelo would think if he heard of this. He'll probably also be like, yeah, good luck. I left a bit too loudly and accidentally woke up the elderly woman in my house. That's such a weird way of putting it. It's like there's a random elderly woman in your house that you have no... There's just a random woman. Oh yeah, this is... Oh yeah. The animation, alright. Let's go. Minx's Q&A!
Ooh,
What are they ordering at Subway?
I would like. Huh, I know. 15 1-foot long cookies.
You basically mean one 15-foot cookie.
No.
Oh, that hurts so much, Mia Moore. As for me, I don't eat, so nothing.
Oh! Hold on. Question for Solmarth. Do you perhaps own 76 wither skeletons, 12 pufferfish, 9 elder guardians, 52 charged creepers underneath your house? No. Do any of them have pastimes? Solmith and Nixric chilling with hubby. Do any of them have pastimes? Seraphine Balzing? I don't know what that word is, I'm not gonna lie. Good night, Angel. Baking! Oh! That makes more sense. I thought it was like blasting, like a blast. I don't know. Do any of them have pastimes? Lilith loves bombing Sarah. Oh, love bombing Sarah? That's crazy! The end. I love it. Sorry. I didn't know what ballsy was. Go to bed, Angel. Get out of here. Journal of Light. Ooh. I'm trying to do the Lights, or L's theme. It's not even Light's theme. Whatever. The day after my arrival in Solace. Yuikima. My name is Yuikima Auroris. My papa gave me that name. I have to remember it and honor it, but here I can't give out my name. So I will go by Light. So far, everything is going well. I created a little home carved into a hill and my own little garden. This planet gives me headaches. So many souls, so many voices for me to hear. By the greatest desert mother, their pain is too much at times. Why hasn't anyone settled them? Is there no guide to the lands of the great oasis? Never mind that. I will get to them soon enough. I'm sorry, spirits of the dead. I will ease your pain soon. Woo! This is an interesting concept. Would Yuikima hear, if they hear the spirits of the dead, would they hear everyone from who was lost in the Great Anomaly? Can you imagine, like, having silence and then suddenly, like every voice ever? Anyone can add questions and tell me if you prefer the 20 frame or frame by frame. Both were cool. I just think if you're gonna do the frame, like this thing, hold it for a little bit longer. Even if it's just a still thing. Anyway, this is cool. I like this. Alright, we have some lore sheets from back, it was the 5th, I think. Yeah, 5th. So 6th is new. 6th is new. Wow, we have a lot of new lore sheets. We got this one already. Remake of my old character sheet. Oh, cool! Alright, hold on. Do this. Elka was born to and abandoned by the Wardens of Archesite? Probably Archesite. And left on the surface of Harmonia due to her small size for a warden. She was found by Arcania. Oh, Arcana! I've been saying it wrong this whole time. Not all at once unless it's planet, it's by planet unless spirits follow her. Ah! Still! And the Bloodhorns. She was raised by them and on their ideals, becoming the general of the armies and a perfect killing machine. The Great Anomaly occurred while she was on the battlefield, leaving her the only one present in an empty field. For the next 6 years she explored and read, almost reaching a breaking point upon learning that the religious icon Divinitas had been bastardized in a way to make Okal more subservient to Okana, and the Bloodhorns. She devoted herself to the worship of the true Divinitas. She saw visions of a planet called Solace and traveled there immediately, believing it to be a gift from Divinitas and her right to rule, but the local population has other plans. Raccoon! I think the only thing... Place of origin. Here we go. Backstory. Hold on. Oh, there's another page in that journal under another tab? Oh, let me go back. Go to sleep. You can watch these later. They're on VODs. I post them on my VODs channel. He was known as a god on his planet, but that was really just because his parents were royalty. And once his magic evolved, he became stronger. His father tried to train him to be a warrior. They trained non-stop. Axel soon realized he was never supposed to be happy. He was a puppet to make his parents richer. Axel always loved sneaking away at night to watch the moons or to take walks in the forest. The planet had beautiful trees with purple leaves that hung down like a weeping willow. Then one day he awoke and everything was gone. People from his planet that were left were speaking of Solace, a refuge. So Axel went. But on the way down, the shuttle had issues, and instead of landing in the correct spot, it flew forward and dove into the ground, and the pilots died on impact. Belios was stuck, no way to get out. He was able to open the door and he began carving its way out, though he never made it to the surface. Interesting. I didn't realize that there was more in this log, my bad. Faction meeting. Here we go. An hour after the faction meeting, the 10th day of the 8th month. That faction meeting was frustrating. I may have been new, but oh how I wanted to speak up in defense of the House of Ocular Enlightenment. This Freya person. She talks of peace, and yet she gets suspicious of HOE from one dropped note. It makes my blood boil when no one sees the logic. There isn't enough information, and from what I've seen, the House genuinely wants what is best for all of Solace. They have an unorthodox way of going about it, but that... What? But that want it truly dare? I'll speak up at the next faction meeting. Hopefully someone will see some sort of sense. Freya. She's naive. She loves the people of this planet, sure, but she isn't a good leader. If anything, from what I've heard and saw, she's making the fear worse and being unfair to factions who seem to have bad intentions. This is so good. But I need to talk of her. As much as I disagree with her actions, I need to speak to her about proper funeral rites for the unsettled spirits, the ones in pain. I sense that some others would like to stay in this state of limbo, and that they aren't in pain. I will guide them to the great oasis when they are ready. I'm going to have to... Lizard. I'm going to have to find a warmer place to stay at times. It is cold in my little cottage hole, and it would be private for me to let out my dragon form. I'm getting the itch to shift into that form, but I wish to not frighten anyone. Gods above, I need something for this headache. I'm glad I read that. Thank you for letting me know. Ho defense is true. It's real. Alright, we got raccoon. A Canva thing? Oh! We got the raccoon thing. Nice! Okay, we have... hold on. Yes, fine. Belios Lights, nickname Raccoon. He comes from a troubled life, lost those who he loved or had connections with. Now it is hard to trust another because what if they go too? Olivia Wilson. She thrives as an artist with an insatiable passion for bringing vibrant colors and life to canvases. Her chatty nature has been her trademark, lighting up any room with her infectious enthusiasm and witty banter. Growing up in a small town, she found solace in her art, often losing herself in its embrace. Nice. Let me do this. Alright. We have Prototype. Nickname's Proto. Prototype had been created in a cell underground lab. Oh, I see. It's like written over. I see, right. After being abandoned by their go away and freed from their cage, they decided they liked the planet and wanted to stop being nosy. Aware of the Great Anomaly and Echo, but doesn't know what they are. Or who the fuck is Cypher. Believes, ha! I like this. Go away now. I don't want to get deleted. Oh, that's so sad. Named Vire. Oh my gosh. Backstory. Okay, so Prototype downloaded a suspicious-ass link they found in their database. And yeah, that's how I got here. It's kind of boring. Oh, I see. The stuff over is Vire. Ah. I hope this works. I finished my character. Where is your character? Are you even here anymore? Nope. Wraith left. End of the backstory. I think we already read this earlier, but it was the updated version. My little guy. I need access. Unfortunate. CC. Alright. Name Zinnia. A girl that sees herself as nothing but average arrives to Solace on a mission to clone her lost loved ones. You would love Echo! Coming from Demeteria X, Zinnia's planet was once infamous for its cloning science, through the use of botanical means. After the Great Anomaly, the once flourishing plant life seen on her planet, the plants used for this science died out. Her last hope was found on Solace, after Zinnia spotted similar plants and trees of her home planet growing there, and so with the newfound motivation, she is determined to replicate an almost forgotten science and bring back the ones she lost in that fateful event. Yeah, did you know Echo's whole thing is they want to clone everyone? That's why they killed them? They're collecting people's DNA, and they're gonna clone them with like enhanced DNA. Yeah, that would be an interesting character arc to find out what Echo was actually doing, and then be like, wait, this is like not only wait, this is what I want to do, but also why does everyone else think Echo is bad? Interesting. I was gonna make her a loser that never gets to cloning. That's it. You got an interesting arc. Right there. She is actually relevant. That's like good. Anyway, you got something here. That's good. No, it's what's the word? Damn it. They want to clone everyone with improved DNA. That's, what's it called? Damn it, it starts with an E. Eugenics, thank you for... Not evolution. Eugenics, yeah. That's no, that's a bad thing. That's eugenics, never mind. Yeah, no, it's bad. Made a guy, let's go. I gotta open up the filter again. You take it back, it's okay. It was just in character. It was just in character. Okul would think that. I'm sorry! Character Orion Vey. Orion grew up on a volcanic planet called Solkara, where his people came from magma and learned to live peacefully. When the Great Anomaly fractured the planet, Orion's home was destroyed. His family and friends lost all memory and reverted back to magma. He was forced to flee. Now, drawn to Solace, he seeks a new beginning not as a victim, but as a survivor, ready to forge a path of his own. He only wishes the best for everyone. It's just him and Tommy now. Who's Tommy? Family and friends all lost their memories. Who's Tommy, though? He just wants to be happy with living a peaceful life with Tommy. Right? Don't know who Tommy is. Mira updated her lore. She removed some stuff that led to nowhere and updated her skin. Let's go. Here we go. Student at Sector 324 Bioengineering Academy. The Vanishing. Updated skin. I don't know what all was changed, but cool. They called the vanishing, they didn't know exactly where it happened, and no one on their planet was given an answer from the government. Due to some unforeseen circumstances, her and her boyfriend Dante were the only ones to escape her home planet. Landed on Solace while reconstructing happened. She has been keeping herself busy with reconstructing the legislative branch of Solace. Got trouble, Melatro! Trouble! After stealing a spacecraft that 2 travelers had crash-landed on their planet, they also crash-landed, except in a certain baker's backyard. Oh, this is the video we saw a long time ago! Yeah! Coming from a background of being a jester from an angelic race where there were mysteriously never any technological advancements past the medieval age? Medical age? I don't know what the medical age is. They were kept in the bakery basement to learn English and become somewhat acquainted with the modern world. However, they have now been released into the open world to do whatever they may please. It should also be noted that this little jester has also been insane, saying that His Majesty is talking to them, or even talking to seemingly the air. I know I can't fix this for Lord Tuesday, so I will show what I've done so far. I wanted to add art. Awesome! We got Frog! She came from a small clutch of spawn from the Mellowstead River. Out of the 8 eggs, 4 showed success, yet only 2 hatched. Frog and Feather. The 2 stuck together and thankfully didn't get taken away from each other by the cryptid silence. Unfortunately, the small group they were a part of did get taken by the cryptid silence, so they were alone. Frog! Nicknames Lie and Songbird. Ooh, this is a cool skin! Lyric's home shattered during the Great Anomaly, leaving her adrift on a fragment of moon. She survived on starlight and memory until Solace's beacon found her. Now she searches for stories, friends, and a way to build a new home. Awesome! That is a really cool skin. And we have Light. Hold on, hold on! Sorry. Backstory. Yukima came from a planet from afar. She lived as a princess and shaman of the planet's desert tribes, in part to her gifts of healing, potion making, and spirit sight and hearing. I can see you typing! She knows she's the last of her people and the only one on her planet to survive the Great Anomaly and the war that followed it. Tensions were already high. The Great Anomaly was the last thing that broke everything apart. The war was awful, and despite Yukima's best efforts, a weapon was used to kill everyone. She survived only by the last remnants of magic and spirits who sacrificed their chance at crossing over to protect her. She had taken the time to give everyone on her planet their proper burials. After that, she traveled the universe for a long while until she stumbled upon Solace. She was relieved to find she wasn't alone. She made a promise to herself that the day that she came to Solace. Awesome. Awesome sauceum. I'm going to bed. Truffle is different than the person in the videos. Oh! She actually signed up with Discord and hasn't signed back in, so I have no contact with him! That's funny. Well, have a good night. I think we're done here. Let's do a little quick thing into the server builds from the last week. Work in progress. Good night. Oh yeah, I love the... Ooh! That's cool. This is underwater? That's awesome. I'm guessing there's like glass there. Yeah. That's sick. It's drooling. That's funny. I think this is in Kindlegrim. A little bit of lag? Uh-oh. That is not cute. I'm just reading what everyone's been saying. Hee-haw. Okay, yeah, sorry, it's not cute. It gets cute. I bid these adieu. I don't speak French. Adieu. You almost went Spanish. Adios. Good night, Glitch. Alright. Well, what a great Lore Tuesday. That was fun. I still feel... Oh, I'm gonna go freak out afterwards about the guitar. Anyway, I love you all. And I'll see you on Sunday, hopefully. If I don't have anything I'm doing tomorrow, I could stream Deltarune. I have a feeling I am doing something tomorrow, though. I don't know why. I need to write things down. I don't know why. Anyway. Bye, guys!